Hey guys, before this video starts, I just want to tell you guys that I am going to be more active on my Twitter page. And so if you guys want to start seeing my projects before they come out on videos, and what I'm actually going to be doing is having people vote on colors that will be my next paintings, go and follow the link right here, or it's going to be on one of the sides, I don't know, it's going to be at the top of the screen somewhere. Go and follow that, and you guys will be able to see my projects and hopefully participate and see some cool things. But yeah, let's get into it.
Alright, hey guys, what's up? I'm back, and I'm actually going to show you the project I'm going to be working on for the next few weeks. Hopefully over the next, I guess, maybe a week or so, and what we'll be doing in the future. So, I know I've kind of been on another hiatus. I actually have had a few projects that have failed, and this is one that should be pretty surefire. So, what we're doing here is I actually ordered 5 of these face plates. So you can see 3 up there, 1 down here, and 1 right there. And I'm going to paint them all. So what I'm going to show you right now real quick is they did come in 3 separate pieces. So as you can see, this is the back of the handle that on the controller that you hold. And they are separate, and there's no way to attach them. So what I'm doing is I'm using just a little bit of super glue on the top and the bottom to hold them together. So when I paint it, it will look nice, and then, you know, so on and so forth. But what I'm really going to try to do is I ordered 5 of these, and then in the mail I should also be getting 5 PlayStation 4 controllers of the same thing. And I want to be giving them away to you guys. So we're going to find out a way to do that once I paint them all, and hopefully we can get them to you guys. But for now, I'm going to glue all these together, and we'll be back when we're ready to paint them. Alright, they're all put together, as you can see. Boom, it's as complete as it's going to get. Now, onto the boring part. I've done this in almost every video. As you can see, there's a nice shining gloss on it. I don't want that on there, so as usual, I'm going to use my favorite thing, the green side of the Scotch-Brite sponge, but I'm not going to video that because it's extremely boring. So once I get this done, I will get on to the painting. Alright, so I know last video, for some reason, all of you were super interested in all my cats, probably because you saw them playing in the background. So I'm going to show you guys and tell you all their names real quick, because there's a pretty good chance you'll be seeing them in other videos. So, hey, don't be mean. So this is Floyd. He's the first one. He's the only white one. He's not related to any of the others. The other 3 are brothers and sisters. There's my dog, Mizzy. Hi, Mizzy. Alright, you need to get out here. We're scaring the cats. Alright, so first of all, this is my favorite. This is Tom. He's the nice gray one. He's super soft. And next, this is Harry. And funny story about this cat and this cat is they're both females, but I named them right when they were born. And I named them all male names, but so this is Harry, the girl, and this is Richard, the girl. So they have weird names, but they're still my kitties. And now there's a pretty good chance you'll see them all in my videos again, and you know, I figured I'd show them you guys. So that's that.
Alright, ladies and gents, so these are the 3 colors I'm going to be using for this paint video. As you can see, it's a dark kind of, I think it's more of a navy blue. I don't know if it gives the exact color on the can. It says deep blue, so it's probably a little bit darker than navy. And then next we have Golden Sunset, which I actually used it already. It looks really cool, especially with these 2 blue colors. And then lastly we have a Turquoise Sky, which is a really light blue, but it looks really good with darker colors, especially that darker blue. So my plan is to take this dark deep sky or deep blue and do a base coat on the controller because it's all white right now. And then after that, I'll hydro dip it in all 3 colors probably, so I can make sure there's enough dark blue. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. Get away from my camera, dog. Oh my gosh, my dog is about to tip my camera over. That wouldn't have been fun. Alright, so we're gonna do that real quick, so let's get into this. And as always, make sure and use gloves. And I also have a mask right here so I don't have to breathe in any of the fumes. That is very important and it helps a lot, so make sure and do that. Alright, so as you can see here, it is all painted up nice and blue. I didn't paint much of the back because it didn't need it. Hi doggo, here's my puppers. Alright, get out of the shot. You guys are probably gonna say something. I am in my socks right now, literally because the shoes I had on, I didn't want to get paint on because I don't know if you guys have done this before. When you spray it in the water, it splatters around a lot. So if you are worried about getting paint on things, wear clothes. Like I'm wearing these shorts. I don't care if they get paint on them. I'm wearing gloves, as you guys can see. And I will be wearing a face mask, which also helps my face not get paint on it. And probably some glasses too would be helpful. But also, if you're doing this, I would recommend laying some newspaper or some plastic sheets on the ground if you don't want to get your concrete or whatever surface you're on painted, because there's a very good chance it could do that. But I'm not too worried about this. This is my garage. I've got paint on it plenty of times before, and if I get a little bit more, it's not gonna hurt anything. But without further ado, I'm gonna put on my mask and we're gonna start using the 3 colors I showed you guys earlier. The gold, the light blue, oops, that one fell, that was close, and the dark blue. So let's get into this. And as always, make sure and shake up your paint nice and good, or else sometimes it comes out a little chunky and other things. Just make sure and, you know, spray it out real good. It helps a lot, trust me. So I'm going to be doing a lot of layers of this light blue here, and this gold, and every about 3 or 4 layers I'll probably put some of the darker blue in. I actually really haven't decided. I might just do these 2 colors. I guess we'll see. Ooh, those 2 colors look really good together. Alright, so that looks like a pretty good mixture. I'm going to mix it around real quick, get it a little bit more swirly, and we'll see what comes out, I guess. Okay, I think that looks pretty good right there. I do like this little section kind of right here that has that darker blue in it, so that's where I'll start. And I am going to have to kind of roll this in. So as you can see, I have the backs on there. I'm going to have to roll it into the paint so it gets all of it painted. So let's see if we can get that. Gotta find out or figure out how I want to hold this. Ooh, I think that looks pretty cool. I'll give you guys a nice close-up look at that. Hopefully the camera will focus, but I like those colors a lot, and it went all the way around, so it looks real good. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, I'm gonna hang it up to dry, and I'll come back to you guys when it is all dry.
Alright, so we actually had a quick little problem. I'm actually going to have to redo this. I'm super disappointed because I loved the way it turned out at first. But I did spray it with clear coat. I just gave it a first coat, and for some reason, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this very well. Try to get in focus in. There we go. Zoom in. If you look, it's starting to crack and wrinkle the paint. I know wrinkling sounds weird to paint, but that's the only way I can think of describing it. Let's see if we can get a focus. Come on. I have to focus it myself. Come on. Come on. Alright, so you can see right about there. Focus. Right there, you can see it's just cracking. And, you know, I'm actually really disappointed because I loved this first paint job. But, unfortunately, I am going to have to redo it, which shouldn't take long, and I'll video that. So, I'm going to go use some nail polish remover. That's my go-to for removing spray paint. Like usual, I'm not going to record that because I think it's pretty boring and you guys probably don't want to watch that. But I'll be back when I'm ready to paint it.
Alright, so I went ahead and painted the controller blue again, as you can see here. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's about the same as the last, so I skipped those steps. I'm just going to show you the ones from before because you know, I don't want to show the same stuff twice, but got a nice clear coat on it all. It looks nice and shiny. And what I think I did before, I'll probably explain this a little bit more later, was I didn't give it long enough to dry after I had hydro dipped it and then spray painted on clear coat. So that's a lesson learned. I only gave it about 14 or 15 hours. And it actually started to peel and crack and stuff once I painted it. And I read online that it's usually a pretty safe bet to give your paintings around 2 days. So just to be safe, I'm probably going to give it 2 to 3. I don't have a whole lot of time these next few days to do stuff, so I'll just leave it in the garage and let it dry. And then when I come back to clear coat it, hopefully it should be fine. So we'll see how that goes. But without further ado, I'm going to put on my mask and we're going to start spraying some new colors and hopefully get something, I guess, unique or similar to the last and see what that looks like. Remember, always safety first, and as always, have gloves on. I've learned that lesson too many times, having or not having gloves on, just having paint all over my hands for like weeks, or putting some chemicals on them that are really nasty. And by the way, I am in my socks because I don't want to get my shoes dirty, so I guess socks is the way to go. But let's do this. So we're going to be using the deep blue that I painted the controller with, the golden sunset, and the turquoise sky. And from what I did last time, I think they look pretty good together. We're going to do a lot more of these two colors and a little bit of this color, just a little bit. But let's do this. Alright, I think that's pretty good for colors. I do like the spread out of the darker blue. I'm going to swirl it up a little bit, maybe get some nice patterns, and then we'll go right ahead and dip it. Alright, I like the way that looks. That looks pretty cool. And we'll get this going. Sorry for that. I had to grab a new glove real quick, but let's do this. I gotta remember how I held it last time, but I got really good coverage on it, and I really enjoyed that. So. All right. Let's hope this looks as cool as it did going in. Ooh, I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Really, I like this spot right here. I'll give you guys a close-up, but look how, yeah, look how, like, really, it looks almost like a wood grain. It looks really cool. And the back side of it's kind of like that too, but I can't spin it around too well. I'll give you the best shot I can. This side's got a lot more of that light blue, and I like that. And this side, I just really like that look right along there. So we're gonna go hang this up, and I'll probably come back tomorrow or in a few days when I'm ready to clear coat it and show you guys what it looks like and finish her up. Alrighty guys, so we are back actually. As you guys probably already saw, I did mess up the first controller, and you know, that was actually my fault. I should have been paying more attention and waited longer for it to dry. So just to be safe, I literally let this thing dry for 3 days, and then I also put it in front of a fan for about an hour just to get some extra airflow, make sure everything was dry everywhere. And I'm going to take one more safety precaution. I'm going to test the paint on probably somewhere either on the bottom or on the back of the controller. That way, if it does start to wrinkle, I know I need to give it more time to dry, but I have a feeling it should be fine about now. We'll give it a clear coat and wrap this thing up. So let's get into this. Alrighty, here's the finished product. I'll give you guys a good look.